Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa, and today I am doing the Supernatural book tag. Now, just a disclaimer before we start. This is about Supernatural, the TV show. The 15th and final season just came out on Netflix. I am pre-filming this in the beginning of June, so it literally just came out this week. I am so excited for it. I'm trying to keep myself to only watching 2 episodes a day so I can stretch it out a little bit and keep my enjoyment. So yeah, this Supernatural tag, I know I've done one already. This one is actually episode based. It is based on specific episodes throughout the Supernatural TV show series. So yeah, I will run down this list. It is quite lengthy, so hopefully this video is not too terribly long. So the first one is Pilot, a book that had you hooked from the very beginning. So for this one, I can think of 2. Either Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon or A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Yeah, Holly Jackson. I almost said Holly Black. By Holly Jackson. Both of those books were excellent from the very first page, the very first sentence. I was hooked and just wanted to burn through them, and I did. So those are very, very great books. I know I probably talked a lot about them at this point, but you know, I can't ever talk enough about the good books. So the next one is Everybody Loves a Clown, a book that kept you up at night. I honestly can't really think of a book that kept me up because it was scary, but I can think of a lot of books that kept me up because they were really good and I just couldn't put them down and stop reading them. So the first one that comes to mind was To Best the Boys by Mary Weber. That one, I mean, it was simplistic. It wasn't like a groundbreaking book or anything. It was basically like a book about this labyrinth where only boys can compete, but this girl ends up dressing up as a boy and sneaking in and going through the labyrinth. Yeah, it like I said, nothing groundbreaking, but it was really, really good, and I enjoyed reading it, so it kept me up really late reading. So the next one is All Hell Breaks Loose Part 1, and that is a book that broke your heart. So for this one, I am going to go with The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. Again, you guys know I'm a horse lover, I'm an animal lover, and this one broke my heart for that reason. I can't tell you why because it's a spoiler and it's at the very end of the book. But yeah, I did not like this book. I loved this book at first, and then once I got to this part, I completely hated it, and it was the end of the book, and I hate when books do that. Drives me nuts. But anyway, so yeah, this book broke my heart. It just... all the feels, man. All the feels. So the next one is Mystery Spot, a book that felt a little repetitive. I'm going to go with all the Shadowhunters novels by Cassandra Clare. Well, I think they're pretty good. They're just like light and fluffy reads, but they're all the same. It's all like romance, 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 a little bit of plot, romance, 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 bad guy comes in, romance, romance, romance. You get what I'm saying. Just so much romance. Everybody has to be paired up. It's like by the end of the book, everybody's with somebody, and it's annoying. I'm just tired of it. I'm getting tired of the YA genre in general. I'm leaning more towards wanting to read adult fantasy and not so much YA fantasy. So the next one is Lazurus Rising, a new character that started off as someone you disliked but turned into one of your favorite characters. So for this one, I'm going to go with Ronan from the Raven Boys. I absolutely hated Ronan. He was the typical bad boy with a chip on his shoulder, and he was just nasty to everybody. But over the course of the series, I actually really ended up liking him as I got to see a lot more of his character. He had a really nice character arc. I mean, he still had the underpinnings of being a nasty character, but he, kind of showed more of his true self throughout the series. So I really ended up liking him more than the other Raven boys in the series. So the next one is Swan Song, and that is a book, an ending that felt unfinished. So for that one, you guys know I talked about this one in 2019 a lot. That is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I thought the ending was garbage. It was like it was a cliffhanger and there was another book coming, and then I found out there wasn't, and I was like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Why would you end a book like this? Just... yeah, so disappointing. So disappointing. Plus the book was gross anyway. So the next one is The French Mistake, a funny book with a dark twist. So I'm gonna have to go with Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and of course Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell, which is very fitting because, Carry On My Wayward Son, it's a Supernatural theme song. So yeah, I thought those books were funny, and they definitely had a dark twist to them. Those are really the only ones that I could think of off the top of my head. So the next one is The Man Who Knew Too Much, a character who made a huge mistake. So for this one, pretty much every book has characters that make mistakes. I mean, that's like the whole plot line of the stories. So the one that really came to mind for me was Sayuri from Memoirs of a Geisha. She made a huge mistake in trusting her cohort there, Hatsumomo and also Pumpkin, and you know, she got burned pretty badly for it. So the next one is Reading is Fundamental, Dramatic Character Change. So for this one, I'm going to go with Prince Ren from A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I hated the second book. I just thought there were so many disparities between the first book and the second book. In the first book, Prince Ren is kind of a jerk, but he really keeps to himself. And, you know, then he ends up being nice to a lot of people. And then in the second book, he's a total and complete dick, and he's willing to just like massacre people for no reason. It's like, what? What happened? Like, is there something that I'm missing? Did something happen? Like, I just hated the transition between those two books. It was like I was reading two separate books from a whole different series. It made no sense whatsoever. So, cannot stay in that series. Will not be reading another book. Literally the only reason I finished it is because I had already purchased them on Audible, and I canceled my subscription, so I couldn't exactly exchange them. So I was like, screw it, I'll just listen to them. Hated them. So the next one is A Sacrifice, a scene that really sticks out. So for that one, I picked The Taming of the Queen by Philip Gregory, and the scene with Catherine Parr basically being abused sexually by Henry VIII. It really sticks out to me because it was fucked up, like really fucked up. Yeah, it just really sticks in my head. It's like, it goes to show like the times back then, and that husbands could abuse their wives without having any recourse for it, and that the fact that the Queen of England could be abused by her husband the king with absolutely no recourse, and she couldn't do anything about it. Like, it was either that or die. It was really messed up. So that really sticks with me. So the next one is Do You Believe in Miracles? An infuriating character. I think I am going to have to go with Will Herondale from the Infernal Devices Shadowhunters series by Cassandra Clare, and he is so irritating. Just so infuriating. I just want to shake him or punch him or slap him or claw his eyes out or something. He is so annoying. The first and second book is like that. The third one, he's a little bit different. But yeah, in the first and second book, I just wanted to kill him, you know, just kill him. So the next one is Baby, a new perspective on a story. So for this one, I went with Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is kind of like a villain prequel story, you know, a villain backstory, how the Queen of Hearts got to be who she is. I did not like that book. I thought I was really going to enjoy it because I enjoy Marissa Meyer's other writing, but this book, no. It was just, I felt no sorrow whatsoever for this character. I just didn't care. I didn't care enough about her. I just, you know, normally I have some sympathy for the villains, especially if I'm learning their backstory, what made them evil, yada yada yada. I just don't think that this villain backstory explained her nastiness. I really don't. So it just didn't feel believable to me. So the next one is Don't Call Me Shurley, an unseen character is revealed. Now, I'm going to go with Wolf by Ryan Groudon. I cannot tell you who or why or what because it is a spoiler, but oh my god, if you guys have not read these books, please go read Wolf by Wolf and Blood for Blood. Blood for Blood I didn't think was as good as Wolf by Wolf, but it's still definitely worth a read. So the next one is Scoobynatural, an adult twist on a childhood classic. Again, I'm going to go with A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. Still don't like that book, but yeah. Which is of course a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, so that's why that fits for this one. And then the last and final one is Let the Good Times Roll, a cliffhanger that left you desperate for a sequel. Of course, again, for the third time in this video, I'm going to go with Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon. As soon as I finished that book, I went and ordered the next book, and then I was mad because I had to wait for it. But yeah, it was worth the wait. It was worth the read. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I would really love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe my videos. Have a great day.